right, I got a reaction we're gonna do today, given to me by a subscriber, a suggestion by a subscriber. IQ versus first impression. Strangers rank their intelligence. So let's check this out. See what it's talking about. I haven't seen this before, so I haven't done nothing of this genre as of yet. So if I like it, I'll keep looking for stuff like this and doing it, like those pop the balloons and all that stuff, right? But let's check it out.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't like a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, I'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Yale is good school. Oh, so they're gonna... I wonder what the range is going to be.
Do intros. Yeah, I'm Sade. I'm 24. I work in finance. I have a bachelor's degree. I went to Yale.
I'm Tyler. I'm 21. I'm a high school graduate, and I work in the Marine Corps.
I'm Kaylee. I'm 25. I'm a software developer. I went to Ohio University, and I have a bachelor's degree.
Maria. I'm 30 years old. I have my PhD in cancer biology, and I work in a biotech industry. Grad school, I went to University of South Carolina, and undergrad, I went to University of Florida.
Hi everybody, my name is Sean. I'm 27. I'm the director of social media for a company, and I also work for a digital ad agency. I got a double major in dance and cultural anthropology. Undergrad, I went to Loyola Marymount University.
Hi everybody, I'm Ray. I'm 24. I graduated with a bachelor's degree from Harvard recently, and I work in consulting.
Oh, y'all are babies.
I
know, that's what I was saying.
Okay, I think the girl in the end, IQ's pretty high. The guy on the left in the gray shirt, his is probably 2, 1. No, let's go 1 gray shirt. The 21-year-old is the anomaly because it's like, yeah, it's the Marine Corps, but he might be a genius. Who knows? But Yale, you can't have. There's no way her IQ is not high. That was a dead giveaway. Let's move on. My opinion may change. How about yours?
Yeah, it gives you like years of experience.
Yeah, I guess
We need maybe it's good to identify what intelligence means to everybody.
I think intelligence is better defined as your adaptability and your problem solving skills more than it is your education. Obviously, like the education, the stuff you've been through puts a lot into play in it because it gives you more resources, more thoughts to draw from. The formal education definitely helps, but I don't think it's in any way essential.
So what is the most essential?
I'd say the most essential thing would probably be common sense.
Yeah, so for me personally, I think
that
intelligence is
IQ.
both EQ, IQ, and that common sense, street smart intelligence, all of that combined.
People consciously or unconsciously, when they see someone, form an opinion immediately.
First of all, why are they... Okay, this is IQ. Street smarts is wisdom. Common sense. It's more like wisdom. When you learn from stuff. So you got good common sense. I've seen, and we've all seen, brainiacs be some of the dumbest people in the world. But they know how to do some of the most complicated math and things of that nature. But as far as common sense or street sense, they're gone to lunch. So the history of IQ is not even based on any of that stuff. So we'll see what they base. So it has to be based on a test. We know what that test is all about. It has nothing to do with street smarts. Wisdom is unmeasurable because that's just basically you being able to listen to your parents and not have to go learn the hard way. You know what I mean? Do things without understanding, taking in advice, being able to apply the advice, not thinking you could do everything on your own. You know, so you get all the bullheadedness, the stubbornness and stuff that kicks in that takes away from wisdom and common sense. Wisdom is learning how to be quiet more than anything. Most intellectuals love to talk and show how smart they are. That's more IQ side. You know, thinking what they've accomplished is what makes them smarter, what they learn, versus shutting the hell up and taking in information for people who lived a lot longer. And that way you're able to apply it in life. So the youngsters is already off to a bad start on this one, in my opinion.
Like I'm sure we all did right away.
When I saw you, I told myself, Maria, do not judge him just by his looks. He could be throwing you off, or that's just who he is, but he can talk the talk and walk the walk. Sean, I didn't want to judge him based on the way he looks or dresses or acts, so I was like, I think he's intelligent.
First impressions, I would put him at the bottom only because when I was in school, all the other people with like the bright neon colors and stuff, they were typically the ones doing worse in classes. If we were ranking confidence, I'd definitely put Sean at very first place.
So what is the definition that we're going with is the biggest question.
I like your definition.
I know, I was gonna say, I like my definition. It combines everything.
Does anyone have any like initial?
Oh, Senator.
You can be honest.
Start on that side. I'm done going first.
I feel like I have a good combination of both, like book smart and street smart. So yeah, I think I have some
It's
insight on
not
that.
IQ.
There's so many aspects to intelligence. It really goes beyond IQ and EQ. Even those two different factors don't really capture what it really means to be intelligent.
I know
Okay,
I'm not,
that's my guy, the
from
gray
Yale,
shirt.
I don't have a PhD, but what I lack in those areas, I'm able to still problem solve.
The gray
with my
shirt
own
hit
skill
it.
set, my emotional intelligence as well as my social intelligence.
Besides my education and background, I feel like I have high emotional intelligence, like I'm aware of my surroundings.
As a software developer, my problem solving skills are obviously top notch, I think I would say. My whole life I've kind of had to fight to be seen as intelligent. I think I'm so used to having to do that as a woman, to just step up and be like, yep, I deserve to be here. My first job out of college, I was working at a law firm. A gentleman came up to me and said, hi, you don't look like somebody that would work at a law firm. You look like somebody I'd go on spring break with. And I'm like, what? I'm like,
Obviously, out of everyone here, I've got the least formal education.
Okay. Hers, I'm gonna. You could tell some of the stuff they're saying is just, it screams nothing but IQ and no good sense at all. As far as we have to think about the way we're thinking. The way they're thinking is so adolescent that you could tell that all the common sense and wisdom that they're trying to throw into IQ doesn't apply to them at this point. Man, I'm leaning to Gray and the sister on the end. It's having the highest ones. Oh, boy is here. He's an anomaly, but he's 21, so he's just going to be intellectual. So if he has the highest IQ, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Education. I consider myself intelligent. My mental dedication and my ability to adapt and to problem solve. What I do in the Marine Corps, I'm a seabird defense specialist. So I think that by virtue of what I do, that already requires some amount of intelligence.
Sorry, quick question.
I don't even know what he said.
So do you think that only certain people can do your job, or do you think anyone can do your job?
Only certain people. You have to take the ASVAB before you go into the military. That's not really how much you know, but how well you can learn information. And I got a 94 on that. It's not an amount of how much you study, how much you know. You're not going to really get better at learning. Does that make sense?
Maybe
I strongly disagree with you don't get better at learning. The idea that you can get better at learning is a pretty big signifier of intelligence. I'm very much dyslexic. I have ADHD and I'm on the autism spectrum. Dyslexia means that there's a big gap in comprehension. So I was scoring 99th percentile in certain areas and 3rd percentile in others. I'll never be able to learn another language. I took Spanish for 12 years and I can still basically only order a burrito.
So I have a question. Why did you go to Yale and why did you go to Harvard?
My parents are immigrants from China, and I'm a first generation immigrant as well and college student as well. My family always really stressed the importance of formal education. For me, that was something that I really strived for.
I wasn't planning to go to college. That wasn't a goal of mine. My parents were like, well, you should apply to at least one college. And I was like, I'll never get in here. And then I went to Yale.
Why don't you guys rank each other from 1 to 6, including?
So her being on the spectrum is actually a plus for the IQ for her. Some people that are on the spectrum are highly intelligent. So sticking with my guns, the youngster, the 21-year-old, a lot of youth involved. Might I don't know why I'm eliminating the 3 and the girl in the black shirt, the black little blazer. I'm just not even counting her. She's very accomplished, but it's just no. I don't know. I'll be shocked.
And give
I'll be shocked.
reasons why you want to do what you're doing.
This
Gotta
is
go
fun.
1.
No.
Oh yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would rank you as a 6, not meaning that you're not intelligent. I also think that I don't place a lot of value on the military.
Period.
No, full stop.
I'd probably do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm sorry.
I'm the villain this episode.
I'm telling you that young buck might be number
I'd say
one.
I'm 1, if nothing else, because I know what I'm about and I'm sure of that.
Wait, you guys have to rank everyone too. That is so unfair. No.
I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh.
Sorry. It's hard.
So they all went, I think. So you have to remember, I said IQ is based on that, more book smart, more taking a test and getting a score on the test to judge your IQ. They're almost going on how someone looks and their accomplishments. I'm trying to listen to how they speak. And I'm reverting to immaturity and stuff and applying it there just as well as they are. But I think the kid sounds so robotic when he speaks. I think he's an intellectual. I think think he would have the highest. I might change him. But you know, the other kid in the gray, his parents probably forced him to do all this, and he may just be a hard worker. Or maybe guy in the rainbow stuff. Rainbow dude, he's sitting back, he's not talking, not saying much. And I mean, I'm calling him Rainbow Dude because that's what he's wearing, a bunch of rainbow stuff. This one's a toss up. The girl with her right here, it would floor me if her IQ was high, the highest. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're all high. Without a doubt, they all got high. These aren't stupid kids. I know they're all smart. They're very intelligent. So we're just trying to see who's the highest. Is this thing. So it's
for me
interesting.
to look past the education part, going to college, I think you learn a lot, if nothing else emotionally, but I still think you're smart.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, immigrant parents, first generation going to college, humble, modest. 2, me, I don't know, PhD, cancer biology scientist. I work in a biotech company. We make COVID-19 testing kits, stuff like that. And then 6. It has nothing to do with your background. I don't think you really have the highest EQ out of all of us. Tyler, he ranked last for me personally because the way he carries himself. He was ranking intelligence based on his point of view and not taking in other people's point of views and compiling results. But really just came down to his body language, his demeanor, the way he carried himself, the way he acted towards the group.
I would put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out 6. So the reason why I put you at number 1 is I think you have the highest, not only EQ score out of everybody, but the way you present yourself, as well as being a PhD student.
Is it an EQ or IQ? What are they saying?
But I put myself 6 because I feel like I might be
my IQ might be low. I'm thinking it's
score.
called IQ. It sounds like they're saying EQ.
Else. So I did put myself as least intelligent. However, if it can't be me, I definitely think Tyler, unfortunately, his way of thinking is linear. And I think intelligence is almost like a sphere. It's a picture. And right now he's only coloring with one color than, with the rainbow.
So who got the most number 1s? Thank you. Down.
Who got the most?
Sean A was pretty up there too.
I feel like you were definitely 3, right?
Yeah, I'm between Harvard and Yale.
Yeah, we know you're the Young Bucks at 6.
I think that I sort of expected to be ranked a little bit lower. At first glance and first interaction with me, it's hard to tell how intelligent I am. It's hard to tell how intelligent anybody is.
Is anyone upset with where they're standing?
I think it makes sense that I'm down here. Like the guy who graduated from high school and then joined the military, he probably wouldn't be like high up on there. If I was in their shoes, I definitely would have also ranked myself among the lowest.
No, you
I do feel like there might be a prejudice.
No, that dude is a nerd, bruh. He's a nerd. These fools, like, he's either on the spectrum on a high level because he's just so robotic in the way he speaks. Like he's a nerd, like straight up. Like, how is he 6? He'd be the last one I'd be saying is 6. Only how you have to do it because he's just graduated, or he's just young, But the way he speaks is so robotic. Old girl in the black is like chill, like she's a weed smoker. She smoke weed and stuff like that. Like, She be one of them lazy. She's smart. She's one of them lazy smart people that just knock it out because they can, and just be chilling a lot. A cool cat. The blonde might be up there, man. She might be up there, but old girl right here, she I'm gonna give her props for her being on the spectrum. I like a lot of people that's on the spectrum. I love their intelligence. Some of them are highly intelligent.
This acting in terms of ranking you
Okay, I was thinking that
highly, but I agree with the ranking. I think you probably are the most intelligent out of all of us. I would feel weird placing you there and not acknowledging the dynamics in which we did so.
Look at the young buck taking it on the phone. He taking him.
Hearing that I had to take an IQ test was definitely hard to hear. Quantifying things for me in that realm is really hard because it gives you something really solid. Even if you don't buy into IQ tests, it still gives you a number at the end of the day, which is something you have to grapple with.
I literally thought when you said to open the computer, we're going to look at social media, that I didn't think an IQ test would be part of it.
It was kind of expected. We're being ranked by intelligence, an IQ test. It's not that far out the realm of possibility.
So number 1 is Raymond. Number 2 would be Kaylee. Number 3 will be Tyler. And number 4 would be Shada. Number 5 is Sean. And number 6 is Maria.
Right. I was off. I said gray shirt most definitely. Hold on. Go back. I said gray shirt most definitely. She was the anomaly for me. The blonde was the anomaly. My young buck, I knew he was up there, but I thought number 4 would be number 2. I knew black shirt was just too chill. And he's right kind of in the area I thought he was. So my surprise would be 2 and 3. I wanted the young buck to be at least 2 or 1, but I knew he was up there. There was no doubt he was up there. What were their scores again? What were their scores? I got to see their scores.
On and number 6 is Maria.
112, I thought was low. Okay, 136.
I think an IQ test tests something. I don't think it's intelligence. It's definitely testing something. IQ tests are now known to be flawed and based on incorrect sample sizes. I have really severe dyslexia. There's 2 questions on that test that I basically can't answer.
I'm sure if you studied for an IQ test, you would do a lot better. IQ tests are just one aspect or one way to measure intelligence. It's really on a spectrum what constitutes somebody as intelligent.
Before this, all I knew about IQ tests is that they existed, and the I stands for intelligence. I've never looked into IQ tests before. Coming here today, them saying the EQ, that was the first time I've ever heard that term in my life.
Coming back to intelligence, it's not just your IQ, it's your EQ, it's your common sense, it's street smarts. Sure, it is some type of metric, similar to an SAT and ACT score is a metric for getting into college, but there's more to that person than that test.
I'm actually excited I wasn't last because I thought I was going to be last, not going to lie. I think an IQ test is a good indicator to see how people handle
So how do they throw
pressure,
an
but
EQ?
I think that's easier to...
How they throw an EQ? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm like thinking they're pronouncing it wrong. Like, are they saying EQ instead of IQ? What am I watching?
It makes sense in our heads that, oh, you're smart and you're not smart.
Definitely don't think it's the best metric. I've been exposed to tests like these probably more than most people here. That already gives me an unfair advantage.
This is my villain redemption arc and climbing up the ladder.
I wonder if she would have been lower if she didn't have the experience in it, taking the test. That was fun. I was right. Everybody was right about the Asian kid. 4 or 3. 4 or 3. I thought the blonde would be. So yeah, I thought, oh girl with the white shirt, the sister, I thought she'd be a little higher. But yeah. I was sneakily hoping the young buck came up to 1, you know, because they buried my man. They buried him, you know. I knew the girl with the blazer was too chilled. I was like, she's probably one of them, just smart, but just, you know, she's street smart. She's probably got, you threw her and all them in the alley somewhere. She'd come out like, man, I just barely made it out there. Where everybody else at, man? Old boy got fooled by him. You know, old boy went there with that person. I was like, nah, he looked crazy. I ain't going with him. They left with him. See, the 21-year-old be there. You couldn't throw him out. Nah, he wouldn't make it. But the girl in the blazer is gonna make it. You could tell she had all the street smarts. Like she knows that she was even bragging about what she did because she didn't get like, yo, that's not what this is about. You creating COVID tests. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, she's hanging on how smart she is, you know, but yeah, that was very interesting. I'm going to do another one. That EQ was throwing me off, man. I kept saying it, man. I need to look up what it was so I don't be looking so dumb. I mean, out here, like, what is it? EQ. EQ. I never heard of that. It's an actual test. Emotional intelligence. Oh, this is up my daughter's alley. She be talking about that. Oh my goodness, your emotional intelligence is so high. It's like, what the heck are you talking about? The emotional intelligence test. Okay. Whatever. Man, crap people come up with. Okay. I'll see you guys on the other side of this. Let's try to warm up to some more of these, and I'll knock them out. We'll post them and see what we got going. But this is suggested by a subscriber. So if y'all got any other suggestions of things you want me to react to blindly, if I seen the video, I'm not going to do it because I don't like giving the fake reaction. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, you've seen it, but yet you still react to it as if it's the first time you've seen it. I don't do that. I try to just get it off the rip. I don't care if the video's been out for a while or whatever. If it's off the rip and you suggest it and I ain't seen it, I'll react to it. See ya. I'm out.